Hey everyone, welcome back to the Road to Superman. This is episode 87, and today we have some unfortunate news regarding the Superman trailer. I think most of us expected that some form of trailer would be coming soon, and April 18th seems like the most probable date as that would be on Superman Day, but Gunn himself has just shot down those hopes. One user asked, Superman's second trailer when? And Gunn responded with, we just released 5 minutes of footage in theaters, so it will be a beat. Meaning no trailer is coming imminently, and this is kind of disappointing. Like Gunn said, I know we just got 5 minutes of footage, but in reality, we didn't. We only really got an extra minute and a half of new footage. The rest was just longer shots of Superman and Krypto, and the same trailer we saw with fractional pieces of new shots. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love what we saw. For me, it's really promising for the movie, but I don't think it's fair to say that they released 5 minutes of footage in the cinema. They just showed an extended version of the teaser trailer that we got all the way back in December, plus a minute and a half of a new scene. So I get what Gunn is saying, but I don't think the footage is as significant as he is making out, and since digesting that new footage from a week and a half ago, I am now thinking that a new full-scale trailer might be needed pretty soon. However, we heard from Deadline back in February that Warner Brothers was reportedly planning a Superman marketing campaign and press tour similar to the Barbie rollout, and as time has gone on, it seems like they may have decided to do that, and thanks to Super House of L, we may have a good idea of when to actually expect the full Superman trailer. Barbie also had a release date in July and released its first teaser in December just like Superman has, and then in April they had their sneak peek or second teaser trailer released as well as some character posters too, and then in May the full theatrical trailer released just 2 months before the film came out. And so in early April for Superman we got the new sneak peek, and then maybe on April 18th, which is Superman Day, we will get the new character posters for the movie, which would match up with the Barbie release. Because they have to give us something on that day, as James Gunn has teased that day heavily for his new movie. So character posters make a lot of sense. And so by Barbie's pattern, we might actually be looking at May being the month of the full-scale Superman trailer, and that is an interesting move. So potentially another month until we get a new look at Superman, and that's kind of disappointing, just in terms of being a fan and wanting to see more. From a marketing perspective, it is also quite controversial. On one hand, not showing much can build a lot of anticipation and unpredictability, which gives a better cinematic experience for the audience, but on the other hand, a lack of promotion could be a sign of a lack of faith in the movie and not wanting to show much because it could damage the reputation of the film. And on the other hand, which is really strange because we now have 3 hands, a lack of promotion could really damage the reach for the movie because many films have been really great but not many people knew about them, and so they have flopped at the box office. Now Superman is a household name, so I think most will already know a Superman film is out there, but the lack of promotion could really hamper the potential this film has at the box office, especially with the other competing films probably promoting far more than Superman will. But yet again, maybe their higher volume of promotion compared to Superman's could make their films look desperate and might show off too much, while Superman has this mysterious aura surrounding it which could increase ticket sales. There have been countless times where I have seen trailers played in the cinema and felt like I have seen the entire movie just from the trailer, and it actually put me off feeling the need to see that in the cinema. So maybe DC Studios would rather leave more mystery surrounding this film and hope that can create enough intrigue and conversation to drive people into the cinema. It's a bold choice, but I respect it. I do believe in less is more, and this will certainly be less, and it's just the impatient fan in me who wants to have more shown right now. But if me feeling impatient right now and wanting to see more makes the excitement and enjoyment in that first viewing in the cinema better, then I am all for this. And I think this is a good reflection on how badly movies are promoted these days. I remember some films that had 5 or 6 full-scale trailers released before the movie came out, and it destroyed that cinematic immersive experience for me, because I had basically seen everything already in the trailers. And so many films now over-promote because they are so desperate for a high box office return, and I think that ends up backfiring. I think most enjoy movies more the less they know about them, and with Barbie, the movie made over $1 billion from that method, and Superman seems to be doing the same thing. So am I disappointed we won't be getting a Superman trailer on Superman Day? Yes, but I can fully understand why. And in terms of promoting their movie, I think this might be a great move from them. Now Cryptic HD Quality did also reiterate that we will be getting a Superman trailer in April, but that was just before Gunn had stated we won't be getting a trailer real soon. So maybe the trailer will be right at the end of the month on the border of May? I have no idea honestly. Gunn's comment was quite vague, but it makes it seem that April 18th won't be the day it releases, but at the same time, he also mentioned a while back that he is working on the trailer and is really looking forward to showing it to us. So it does sound like we are very close to a trailer releasing. I wonder if they didn't plan on releasing that 5 minutes of footage online, but because it leaked, they just felt like they had to release it officially, which would be extremely naive from them, so maybe that's not the case. Honestly, I have no idea what the real answer is. The trailer might still come in April, and if it does, don't expect it this Friday. It will probably be towards the end of the month, but I think May is the more likely time. You have Lilo and Stitch and Mission Impossible both coming out in late May, and they would be huge movies to attach a Superman trailer to, and both have different target audiences that would both be interested in the Superman movie. So actually, if I were DC Studios, I'd do character posters and interviews on Superman Day, and then delay the trailer until May so it can release in front of those two huge movies. Now in the meantime, we do have this brand new behind the scenes image of Superman, Lex Luthor, and James Gunn, and this is the first time we have seen this Superman and Lex Luthor in the same shot, and I'm really excited to see their dynamic on screen. I've finally been able to watch season 4 of Superman and Lois, and I love seeing Superman and Luthor interacting, and it's probably my favorite versions of both characters. And it's been making me think about this new pairing too, and I really can't wait to see how they interact in this movie. And Warner Brothers CEO Mike DeLuca had some really glowing things to say about this movie. He said, "I love Superman. I think James Gunn has crushed it. It's got tons of his trademark heart and humor, and the action is jaw-dropping. It's the Superman I grew up with, so I get choked up when I watch it. I think it's so epic and visually arresting and emotional. The performances are great. It's a 5-star movie to me, and I can't wait for the world to see it. Yeah, we're really excited about Superman. James crushed it. I would say in spirit, it's closer to Donner's Superman, but it's also a big chunk of epic sci-fi. It has a little bit of what I loved about Guardians of the Galaxy, but it's a true blue Superman. The conflict sources that he uses for inspiration, All-Star Superman, and the like are in there too. It is really a love letter to what has made Superman endure for almost 100 years. He managed to get it all in there. And that is a lot of praise for this movie. The most we have probably heard from anyone, and of course this is a guy trying to promote the hell out of one of their biggest films this year, and apparently Zaslav is looking to get rid of him and Pam Abdi, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is just a desperate attempt at keeping his job, but it also doesn't mean what he said can't be true. I would say that most people are now on the more positive side for this movie, with a very clear and obvious group still hating it, and I think that latest sneak peek did a really good job at winning some more people over. It certainly helped me get back on the hype train after some really disappointing pieces of promotion. So I really hope what DeLuca said was true, but I would always keep your guard up when listening to what someone from within the studio is saying about the film. They can be right in what they claim, but they will always be trying to promote their movie, no matter what the quality of it is. Now that is all for today's video. I was away camping over the weekend, so that is why this video is a little late, so apologies for that, but let me know your prediction for when the Superman trailer will release. Whoever gets the dates right will get a shout out in the Superman trailer breakdown video whenever that is. But that is all for today's episode of The Road to Superman. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss an episode. I hope to see you here again soon, so until then, have a great day. Bye!